Hi everybody, my name is Eric Harris. I'm a teacher at Golden Valley High School in Santa Clarita. I teach world history, but for this TED Talks, I'd like to go ahead and tell you how I engage students with Google in education. Google is a fantastic way to engage students not only with the content, but with curriculum that matches your standards. So I just want to go ahead and tell you that you can become fully functional as an online educator using Google Suites. Now, it's a great way also to collaborate and share ideas, which I'm going to get to a little later with some of the tutorials that I'd like to provide for you. And disclaimer, I just want to say that this does not change the way you teach. Google enhances your pedagogical practices. So I think that using Google in education is just another tool in your toolbox. Google and my particular situation is that my school district actually adopted Google. So we have access to everything that it provides. In addition, each student is given their own account in which they have their own G Suite, and they also have their email that we can then communicate with. So the best thing about Google as far as student interaction is that there is no more USB sticks to share. Students don't have to give me their USB and have me print out their work and so on. Every piece of material is saved onto their Google Drive, in which our district offers, and everything is absolutely digital. So long are the days of the hard copy. And so what Google
So if you go to Google and you log on, you'll see some kind of symbol here. Here you see my picture. I'm logged on to the apu.edu G Suite, and it's really simple interface. I love it. You can go to this little waffle thing here, and here is your G Suite. And you can organize it to whatever best fits your needs. For example, if I want to put the calendar down here or not have it on my visible site, I can move it down. But these are the kind of things that I use. So my mail, my Google Drive in which it saves all my documents, docs, Google Forms, calendars, sheets, and so on. So really simple, really easy, and you have total access anytime you want, whenever you have access to internet, and it's really cool. G Suite.
So the first part of Google Suites is I want to talk about the Google Drive. Now the Google Drive is a fantastic way to store all your resources and information. I personally use it as a teacher to store all my resources that I've collected over an 11-year period. It's organized in different folders, and I know where it's at, and I never have to carry around a USB stick.
Okay. So the next thing I want to show you on my Google Suite is the Google Drive. The Google Drive, for me as an educator, is the most important thing I have. All my resources are stored in the Google Drive. Again, you just go to the little waffle and you click on Drive. Here I have access to my Azusa Pacific Drive. However, I uploaded and shared my world history Harris Drive. And as you can see, when you look at my drive, I have all my categories in separate folders from Unit 1 all the way to Unit 6. And so it's really simple. I just, let's say I click on Unit 2, Early Civilizations and the Rise of Empires. So here I have broken down all my sub units. So let's go to Rome. I have a plethora of resources at my disposal. I have all my PowerPoints, my Google Slides, my documents, my exams. Everything is here and everything is saved. Long are the days when I had to bring a USB stick to save all my resources. I can even share it. So for example, I've shared my Google Drive with about, I don't know how many people within my district. So I know for a fact that most world history teachers use this Google Drive for their resources. And it's really neat and it's really cool, and I am willing and able to share with anybody.
The next I have is Google Classroom, and Google Classroom is a virtual classroom on the computer. It is ultimately a place for all students to gather, collect what resources I give them, perform tasks, watch videos, and ultimately take it home with them.
So what you're looking at here is my Google Classroom. And as you guys can see, I teach 3 periods of world history. I'm also a PD leadership member, and these are for my PD leadership teams, where I can actually coerce with my colleagues. Let's just get right into it. You can add a Google Classroom by pressing the plus symbol and press join class if you have a code, or you can just create a new class. But let's go into my period 2 world history. And what you notice is a long page full of assignments. And so I can upload assignments for students to turn in, or I can upload videos in which students need to watch. And with this, the videos that I post on Google Classroom, they can actually watch it, turn on the subtitles, and I do provide headphones, which is kind of cool. I also post all my exams online, and so I know how many students had done it and not done it. And so as you can see, in addition, I can post my assignments. And so I have 7 students that did not complete the assignment and 26 students that did. And so it is all through my Google Suite, in which I upload a Google Doc, and each student will get a copy. And when they get the copy, they can actually work on it like so. And because my students have a Google account and I made a copy for each student, they can actually read the questions and answer it right here on the document. And then when it's time to turn in, there will be a turn in button, and it's super easy. So Google Classroom has changed the way I teach, in that I can provide everything digitally and have students work on it either in groups, collaboratively, or I can post websites in which students need to look up and for maybe a hard copy. But everything is right here. In addition, you can my parents of my students can see everything that's going on in class. There's nothing to hide. So in my Google Classroom, I can add parents, email all guardians, and I can kind of change the settings here. I can also have a classroom calendar that the students can see, and if they have the app on their smartphone, they can get a little ding and notification saying that something is due or something needs to be that there's an alert in my classroom. So Google Classroom, very well recommended.
The next part of the Google Suite that I think is changing completely the way I give assessments is Google Forms. Google Forms are the only way I give assessments, and they're online. And what's great about a Google Form is you can manipulate it to put pictures and change the format from short answer to multiple choice. And in addition, the best part is you can give the students instant feedback. So as soon as they complete their task, They know how many questions they got right, how many questions they got wrong, and why.
Another portion of the Google G Suite is Google Forms, and I use them all the time, especially when I'm given quizzes. And they're really simple. So I just click on the waffle, click on Forms, and here you'll see Google Forms. And there's a couple different templates, blank quiz, contact information, exit tickets. I sometimes use the exit tickets the last 4 or 5 minutes of class just to gauge whether my students learn the content or not. But I'll have tons of little quizzes. So if I open up a quiz, for example, on epidemics and pandemics quiz that I created earlier in the year, and I can create multiple choice, true and false. I can add photos in which the students then have to comment on for constructed responses, one paragraph, and it's really simple. So if I want to create a new Google form, I just go to blank quiz, because that's what I'll do. I'll create a quiz, and the quiz will be, who am I? Oops. Who am I? So the first thing I do is I click on short answer and I ask for name. Last, first. I always click required because they can't submit it unless I know who they are. So I'll create a multiple choice, and you can select here multiple choice, and I say what color eyes do I have? And I'll just click on the option. I'll say blue. I'll press enter, brown, enter, green, enter, purple. So if my students know me, they'll know I have blue eyes. And so what I'll do is I'll click on answer key, and I will click the blue, and I will go back to edit question. And when they take the quiz, they'll get instant feedback. After they take it, they'll know what they got right and they know what they got wrong based on my answer key. Now, within my answer key, I can add some feedback. Well, if you observed me in class, you know I have blue eyes. Oh, I can't even spell. But you guys get the idea. So that is the intro to a Google form creating a quiz.
So in closing, Google in Education is not going to change the way you teach. Google in Education is going to be another tool in your toolbox that you can help your students understand and master content and curriculum. I appreciate you all being here.